As a hiring manager, there's a question that you have to ask yourself. How much experience do I really need for that position? Is more experience always better? I will argue not. It depends on what your position really calls for. The fallacy here is to think that just because somebody did a job before, then they can do it again. Yeah, they can, but will they? So for example, maybe that person is just not the same individual he was 10 years ago. Maybe that he's ready for another challenge. Maybe that, sure, he's applying for the job and he understands that these are your needs, but really what he would really like to do is something else. Maybe have a bigger role, maybe have more responsibilities. But say, for example, that in your case you cannot accommodate because you don't have this, you don't have that need. Well, there's a real danger here that that person is going to feel bored. And bored people, what do? They leave. Of course, sometimes having more experience is the right answer. I will give you an example. I hired one day somebody that played the role of country manager. Of course, I wanted to have somebody with more experience for that type of job. He will be alone at the beginning, and I needed somebody that had a very high level of autonomy. But I recruited also people that have very much less experience, expected to have to do a little bit more to train them and to show them how to do the job correctly. But these people also stuck around for longer because that was worth their time, not only monetarily, but as a career move. They thought that it was a good career builder. So that encouraged them to stick around because they were learning something. All of this to tell you that experience is great, but it really depends on your needs. Just think very long and hard. What are you going to ask the person to do? If the answer is, well, I'm going to ask that person to be a junior engineer and you're hiring a senior one, you're shooting yourself in the foot. You need a senior engineer or you need a senior sales and you're going to hire the junior person, you're also shooting yourself in the foot.